So here's the dilemma. You want to buy a car that handles like a go-kart and puts a grin on your face like a Cheshire cat every time you drive it. It's got to be fairly compact, it's got to have 4 seats, and it's got to have a decent boot. So I reckon you want a hot hatch, and I reckon you want one of these.
Fifth Gear loves hot hatches, and there's now a host of updated models to choose from. So we thought it was time to repeat a hot hatch deathmatch. Each boasts around 300 horsepower and are available for about 35 grand or less. Last time out, the Renault Megane triumphed, but who will it be this time? The Honda Civic Type R, the Audi S3 Sportback Quattro, the Seat Cupra R, or will the Renault Megane RS retain its crown?
So the stage is set for an epic battle, or as we like to call it, a hot hatch deathmatch. So all I need is a wingman, a fellow lunatic.
Hello.
Karun Shanduk, you'll do, dude.
Karun is an ex-Formula 1 and Formula E driver and an old mate of Fifth Gear's.
Oh!
Right then, to business. We've got 3 challenges to find out which car offers the ultimate in agility, cornering pace and lap speed, with the slowest being eliminated in each round.
We're kicking off with a tight and twisty course, including a roundabout and a reverse maneuver to measure each car's responsiveness.
It's all about the clock, and to ensure a fair result, I'll take the helm for all 4 runs.
While I man the stopwatch and struggle with life in the passenger seat.
Oh, look at that!
We're starting with the Type R.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, you fighter.
Not quite as nimble as you'd like through there.
It's a bit understeering.
Oh.
There is definitely some interference.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
The 46-litre fuel tank has been moved forward from the boot to under the rear seats, which makes for better weight distribution. In fact, the Type R is the lightest car of our 4.
Right, to the roundabout. It is long, isn't it? On this roundabout, this could get a bit tricky.
It doesn't feel very torquey, actually, because you need it so revvy. And there, look, it's a big turning circle.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Once it's actually... Oh, no, we're off the track.
Oh, we're off. Up to the line.
Yeah, look, it takes a while for the engine to spool itself.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get on!
What is it?
40.73.
So the Honda puts down the initial marker. Next up, it's the Audi, the only 4-wheel drive car on test today.
3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, bit of launch. Wow, look at that.
I'll tell you what.
Ooh, it got to the
Oh,
first corner.
understeer. Can you feel the fronts?
Yeah. Ooh, but the traction out of that was good.
4-wheel drive gives better traction than 2-wheel drive, so power is put down more efficiently in this car than the other 3.
Bit slow to get into reverse, isn't it?
Come on, come on, come on.
Come on. Now to the roundabout. Can the front end stay tucked in around the roundabout? Oh, this is just waiting here. Come on, Jason. How is it today?
I tell you
This is
what.
good, isn't it?
It doesn't like the roundabout.
Power, power, power. And we're heading up across the line. Whoa, that was good. It's good time, though.
Is it
40.4.
So the Audi is a touch faster than the Type R. Time to break out the Cupra. The rarest car here is Seat will only make 799, with just 24 coming to Britain.
3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, bit of wind's been off the line.
Oh, yeah. See, can you feel it hopping in the rear?
I feel something hopping in my stomach. Parking garage, get reverse.
Not very good at reversing.
Wipers are on,
and
everything. The wipers on. Go, 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 go. Now, to the roundabout.
A bit torque steer there.
See what the front end's like as you brake it.
A bit of ABS going on there. It's 300 horsepower in front-wheel drive on a road car. It's quite a lot, isn't it?
At 1453 kilos, the Seat is almost as heavy as the Audi, but without the advantage of 4-wheel drive.
I tell you, they're good fun to drive, these cars. What have we got? What have we got?
Got a 40.8.
Have we really?
That makes the Cupra the slowest car yet. Finally, it's the turn of the defending champion, the Renault Megane.
This car comes with four-wheel steer, which means the rear wheels angle slightly to help the car turn. So in theory, it should be super nimble.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh, bit of wheel spin there. Right, that four-wheel steering. Whoa!
What's that about? Gee, what? It's good fun, though.
Yeah, I tell you, it's helped you through there, I reckon. Reverse gear, get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in. Nice one. JP, you should come and parallel park for me. Maybe I'll employ you as my parking assistant.
The Megane is the only car here with a mechanical rather than an electronic handbrake.
Round for the handbrake. Oh, look at that!
This can be used to slide the back end to help the car to turn even quicker.
Up to the line.
Bit of lag there.
Right, powering up, powering up, powering up.
And it clearly helped.
Is it a blinder?
That was an absolute blinder.
What is it?
39.81.
The Megane wins the agility test by nearly a second. But more importantly, the Seat Cupra's time of 40.8 means it's squeezed out of the contest.
Now, I think it's my turn to have a go, isn't it?
Our next challenge is all about cornering ability, because any decent hot hatch should have plenty of grip through the twisty stuff in order to keep the speed up.
We've chosen a high-speed corner here at the track, and the mission is simple: to find out which car can get around the bend the quickest.
Whilst Karun is behind the wheel, I'll be manning the speed gun from the sidelines. Now, normally, I wouldn't stand so close to a corner, but as Casey's an ex-F1 driver, I think my no-claims bonus will stay intact. Karun will get 2 attempts in each machine. First up, the Honda.
Honda have put in an adaptive damping system into this car as standard, so the Civic Type R should, in theory, be able to manage the weight distribution and the speed and give me the optimum damping through the fast corner.
Adaptive damping automatically adjusts the suspension, preventing excess body roll, giving more grip to the inside wheels and making the car slide out less.
Well, on looks alone, this should be the fastest because it looks insane.
So here I come, into the corner. That was pretty good.
Not a bad first effort. 79.
The car feels pretty well balanced, I must say, through there.
Could Karun improve with his second go?
Should I stand back another pace?
I might take a step back if I were you.
He's going to give it the big one.
Got to get this engine revving high. What was that?
Jen, it was faster or slower than the previous one?
A little bit more understeer with that one.
81. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
So the Type R has laid down the gauntlet. Next up, the four-wheel drive Audi.
I predict this will be a little slower initially until he gets dialed in.
I'm going to carry the speed in. And it's got understeer and understeer and understeer and understeer.
74 miles an hour, slower, and he missed the apex, so he's getting no lunch.
The amount of understeer through the corner means you just can't carry the speed through there.
Understeer means that the front of the car wants to wash out wide in the corner, and fighting that inevitably slows it down.
That was 74, mate.
That speed was a bit rubbish. Flick the car in. Oh, it's got so much understeer.
76.
I thought the front end would tuck in much better than that.
Yeah, do you know what? That's Audi, isn't it? Four-wheel drive understeer. Safe, but dull.
So, in case you haven't got the message, the S3 suffers from understeer, and that's resulted in a maximum speed that's a full 5 miles an hour down on the Honda.
Time for the final hot hatch and the winner of Test 1, the Megane.
The Renault Megane might have the least amount of power out of the 4 cars we've got today, but I think this test is all about handling, and it's got a really good chance.
So, judging by the way the Megane was through the slalom, I think I might just step a bit over this way because it was a bit oversteering, but let's see.
Oversteer means the car wants to over-rotate going into a corner, which is a definite advantage when those are the things you want to go around.
Carrying the speed in, oh, a little bit of oversteer on the way in. But the nose just stays planted. I'm able to carry so much more speed through the apex of the corner.
78. First go.
It just feels more fun to drive. A little bit edgy, but yeah, I enjoy that.
Mate, I reckon you can go much faster than that.
I was slightly offline, to be honest. What was that?
I'm not going to tell you. Please try harder.
Casey doesn't know it, but already the Megane is faster than the Audi. However, with one run left, can it beat the Honda?
I think this will be good, actually. 81. That's pretty good.
Once I got the line hooked up, I could get on the power and drive out of the corner better than any of the others.
Nevertheless, the Megane and Civic end up in a dead heat at 81 miles an hour. And we say auf Wiedersehen to the S3. Which means the Honda and the Renault go through.
We started off with 4 300 horsepower pocket rockets, all of which cost less than 35 grand. So far, we've waved goodbye to the Seat Cupra, which lacked in the agility stakes.
Can you feel it hopping at the rear?
And when it came to outright cornering pace, the Audi couldn't quite keep up.
Charging up, flick the car in. Oh, it's got so much understeer. And that means we're now left with these two, the Honda Civic Type R and the Renault Megane RS.
Well, I've driven one, you've driven one. How are we going to play this?
We're both going to have a go. Which one do you fancy?
Heads, I get the Honda. Tails, you get the Honda.
Okay.
Heads, I get the Honda. Sweet.
There you go.
The recipe is simple. A 2-lap race to find out which car has the best all-round handling and performance. There can only be one winner.
With identical 0 to 62 times of 5.8 seconds, there's nothing in it as we round the first king.
I'm in the gap, I'm in the gap.
But the second corner is all about how well each car can brake into it and accelerate out again.
Oh, JP's coming down the inside into the hairpin. He's got the braking performance, that Honda. That's seriously good.
Let's see if we can pull out a bit of a gap.
I'm all over the back of him through the quick corner. I'm going to have so much more speed.
Now that Megane, the front end's got a bit more grip.
And that's down to the Megane's 4-wheel steering system, which helps cornering speed.
Okay, in the slipstream, in the slipstream. Here we go, here we go, here we go, down the inside. Oh, he's got better brakes though, but I'm going to just dive.
Oh, look, he's nearly overcooked it.
Yes! This is where this Megane comes into its own.
Yeah, look at that, just a tiny bit more traction. This is the killer corner.
Flick the car in, and he's got no chance compared to me.
Look, I've got understeer, and he's pulling away slightly.
Into the corkscrew.
But I've got a bit more horsepower than he does, so I'm going to be a bit faster in a straight line. Come on, good exit, JP. There we go. Right, so now I've got the run on him.
He's got better straight line speed, and into that hairpin, he's going to have the advantage. Oh, he's coming, he's coming. Oh.
Yes, I'm in.
Yet again, I'd got the Megane at the hairpin.
There's a little bit of inside wheel spin. This needs a slightly more aggressive limited slip diff.
Oh, he's got power.
Now I'm going to block him here.
But he's now covering the inside. It's a smart cookie, JP. It's not his first race, is it?
He's shown me his hand. I'm not going to give him space.
Okay, this is where I'm going to get it on him here.
So this is where we're going to struggle understeer.
Yeah, there we go. He's gone wide. Into the corkscrew.
Oh, he's the little cheeky blinder. Oh.
Yeah, yes, 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 yes. 1 corner to go. Don't mess this up.
Tell you what, it's close though, isn't it?
Last corner, last corner, last corner. Oh, it's close. Wow. that was
Interesting.
close,
There's
isn't it?
nothing in it. I reckon,
No.
what, a second? Less
Yeah,
than?
less than. I mean, I had to have a proper go at you into the corkscrew to make it happen.
They do this similar lap times, but in a different way.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
feels a bit quicker in the fast corners, definitely faster down the straight, but that just looks more agile, less understeer, more nimble.
Yours is really good on the brakes.
Yeah.
When you came down the inside at the hairpins, there was no way I could have braked where you did. But in those medium slow speed corners, I could see you wanting to go there,
Yeah, yeah.
but the car's sort of
Oh,
going
yeah.
in another way.
But they're both great fun cars, aren't they?
Yeah, I know one won the race, but it's hard to pick one over the other, really, isn't it?
Megane wins by a sniff.
In fact, the Megane has seen off 3 of its closest competitors. Right now, it's the one to beat.